Alright, Dr. Stoll, this is going to be the video portion for phase 2 of the resistance training. I'm going to show you the second day, which I would just do lower body, since we did upper body the other day. Same idea. If I'm going to see somebody twice a week and we're in this phase of training, I'm going to have him do kind of an upper body day and a lower body day. So I'm going to show you day 2 of the strength endurance phase. So this starts to get a little tricky here. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can compound set this, superset it, tri-set it. Again, I'm kind of assuming someone's in the pretty early stages. They're within the first couple weeks, or not weeks 3 and 4 for this one. So what I chose to do is to do more of a compound set. So I'm going to do one strength exercise followed by a stabilization exercise, and then another strength exercise followed by a stabilization exercise. So that's more of a compound set. Just grabbing the ball here. And as the text states, compound sets, you're typically working antagonistic muscles. So if you're doing an upper body day, it's going to be like a bench press with some kind of seated row or something like that. So I'm just going to do lower body today. First exercise for this one would just be the squat, curl to an overhead press. So all that's going to look like, I know my head is a little cut off here, but all they're going to do, the tempo is going to be more medium. So it's going to be like a 1,000 to 1,000 down, 1,000 to 1,000 up, curl, overhead press. Okay? Same idea. Then they're down. So 1,000 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,000 press. Okay, so it's more of like a medium tempo with that. I'm going to do about 8 to 12 reps with this. Okay? This is going to be a little bit heavier weights, maybe 70 to 80% of the person's 1 rep max. Press. Okay, so that would be the strength portion of that exercise. And then the stabilization, what I want to do, that's going to be more quad intensive for the lower body. So then the next exercise I want to do is I want to do a little bit of hamstrings. So I'm going to have them do a hamstring curl on the ball. Okay, so this is going to be more stabilization again, 8 to 12, but now we're going back to that 4-2-1 tempo that we did in the last one. So I don't know if you can see it very well here, but heels are going to be dug onto the stability ball. My hips are up off the ground. You can put your hands wherever you need to for balance. And then we're going to go start here. That's 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4. Have them hold it for a couple seconds, and then in. Okay? Really good for hamstrings, glutes, core. Okay? I would have them do 8 to 12 reps. Again, keeping that 4-2-1 tempo with that. Okay? That would be kind of the first combo there. Next exercise, I'm going to try to do this again. If I press too high with this, I'm going to hit my ceiling here. So I'm just doing a step up for the strength exercise with an overhead press. So remember, with the step up, we don't necessarily have to pick the other leg up. So just going to keep the weights, again, set to 80%. Step up, let this foot come all the way up, and then you add a shoulder press in there. Okay? You can have them keep the weight up. They can bring it down every time. So I'm going to keep the same foot up, come up, press. Same idea, kind of that 2-0-2. So 1,000, 2, 1,000, press, then 1,000, 2, 1,000. Okay, I would have them do their 8 to 12 reps each leg. Switch their feet. Same thing. Straight up. Let the foot touch. So this is just going to be more of a sagittal plane movement, because the next exercise is going to be a frontal. Okay, so 8 to 12 reps each side for that. Now, that would be the strength portion of this little group here. The next exercise, similar, still going to be a step up with an overhead press, but now we're doing more of a frontal plane movement. So same idea, whatever foot they started with, have them start with this one, because otherwise you're going to be doing this one 2 consecutive exercises. So same idea. Now this foot that's on the ground isn't going to touch anything on the way up. So again, it's step up, stabilize, press. Okay, you're going to step up, okay, up, press, press, okay, and then I would just repeat that, 8 to 12 reps each side, slower tempo still, because it's stabilization. So similar movements on that one, but now we're at least working different planes. So we did sagittal plane with the strength one, and then we do a little frontal plane with the stabilization, okay? And then the last compound set I have here is going to be a lunge to an overhead press. Of course, any of these overhead presses, you can always change to bicep curls or whatever, so we are getting a little bit of shoulders in here, which I don't actually mind because I like doing legs and shoulders together with clients, just because you can work upper lower. So, but if you feel like it's too much overhead, then you can always switch it to curls, something like that. So the next one is going to be lunge to overhead press, followed by a frontal plane lunge with overhead press, okay? But I'm actually going to change that to bicep curl. So all we're doing for that, we're just going to do a regular lunge, okay? So weight's going to be here. So lunge, overhead press. Notice how with my foot, it's coming down, it's not in the air or anything like that, okay? I'm just doing a regular lunge, press, okay? I'm going to have them typically just stay on one side. If we're going to do it static, if they're walking lunges, you can go press, and then on the next one, other leg, press. Again, like a 2-0-2 tempo for that. And then the next one would just be a side lunge. So again, that first movement was more sagittal plane, and then this one would just be more frontal plane. So that's just going to simply be just a sagittal plane. But now what we're going to do with this side lunge is now we're going to have them step, okay, let the dumbbells come in, and then as they come up, bicep curl. So that foot's going to be on the ground. I don't think you can see it very well here. Then you're going to step, dumbbells in front, bicep curl, okay? Now ideally, if they can, they'll go right from one rep to the next without that foot touching. And that's where the stabilization comes in. But if you need somebody to put that foot down for in between reps for now, that's okay, and then just progress into that. The other direction would look like this. So now we're lunge, stabilize, curl. Lunge, stabilize, curl. Okay, so again, that's going to go back to that 4-2-1 tempo. A little harder to count unless there's somebody else out there. So just going to control the eccentric, hold it at that bottom part or the isometric for a second, hold it, and then bicep curl, okay? So that would be the day 2, which would just be the lower body strength endurance. So again, everything's going to be about 8 to 12 reps on this. And then you're going to do a strength exercise followed by a stabilization exercise, okay? They're going to do this about 2 to 4 days a week. That's why if we're doing 2 days a week, upper body, lower body, okay? Day 1 would be upper body, and I would do some similar stuff. Some dumbbell chest press instead of being on the ball like we did in stabilization. I'd have them on a bench, and then I would have them do a prone horizontal shoulder raise and a ball. So again, we're getting strength in there. With strength, we want to have more of a stable surface because those are typically going to be heavier. Anytime you start adding that unstable environment in there, it's always going to be harder to do more weight. So that's my day 2. I'm sorry, yeah, that's my day 2 lower body strength endurance program. I'm going to stop it and then I'll get the power one for you. All right, bye.